Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm the Game Bastard Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
Austin.
Cobra rises again today in this second episode of our Cobra series, playing the G.I. Joe role-playing game from Renegade.
Cobra!
Thanks.
Corey, who are you playing today?
Chigger Cheeks.
Who is a ninja?
He's a ninja from Kennebunkport, Maine.
Yeah.
It really just rolls off the tongue.
Austin, who are you playing?
Throttle head.
Todd?
I am Yacht Croc. I am French.
When the camera opens...
Hold on, I'm not ready.
Oh, damn it.
Okay.
Our scene opens, and we're looking up from a baby bed. At the ceiling of a nursery, there's a mobile circling lazily, and then a cartoon zebra throws his head over the railing and says, "Hey, Throttlehead, you little sleepy dickens. It's me, Mr. Fletcher. It's time for you to wake up. You've been sleeping a long time after that flashbang went off in your hand."
No, not the striped donkeys.
God.
"Mr. Throttlehead, you're so silly. Coochie, coochie, coo." And the zebra man stretches a cartoon hand down and tickles Throttlehead's ribs. And we see the view from above, this cartoon zebra tickling a full-grown man in combat gear in a baby bed.
We should make a movie.
Yeah.
All right, you gotta wake up now. And I am gonna warn you, Throttlehead, there's gonna be a lot of fucking pain. Throttlehead awakens to a world of pain.
Oh,
Hey.
Flashbang grenade went off in his hand, and judging from the pain coming from that appendage, the hand might not be there anymore. He is on his back. The door's been blown to pieces. He can't hear anything except the constant ringing in his ear, but his vision is starting to return. On the ground outside, Yacht, Croc, and Chigger Cheeks saw the master bedroom explode with a burst of flashbang, but of course they do not know that Throttlehead is in a bad way. So, Austin, you are stunned for the moment.
oh, really?
Yeah, go ahead and reduce a point of health as well.
Okay.
Though I believe with stun damage, as long as you're not taken out, it will eventually go. It goes away pretty quick. So what are Yacht, Croc, and Chigger Cheeks doing outside?
Chigger Cheeks is going to take this opportunity to pull another classic Maine prank.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's like, well, unfortunately, don't need to make a BM right now. And he pulls out a paper bag, pees in it, and lights it on fire at the front door, knocks and runs.
Now,
Is he pissing ammonia?
Well, he doesn't have to poop, and normally it'd be the flaming bag of poop, but he didn't.
Sure.
He didn't have to go. I'm explaining this.
This is flammable piss.
Yeah.
so the top of the
What a
bag
drink in Maine.
that's not wet burns, and then, of course, it gets to the urine-soaked portion and stops because it's water.
Oh,
So, despite the non-flaming bag of urine, apparently it does work because the front door opens and a stripper dressed as the Baroness comes out screaming, blindly groping, ears bleeding. She tumbles down the front steps and is just shouting, "Ah!"
Well, all of this reminds me of the lady I used to see on a regular basis who would fake a jellyfish sting so I would pee on her.
Her name was Splenda Ham.
Yeah, so this woman just goes stumbling off into the night.
Well, I am going to take this as a sign that we have been invited into the mansion.
well, I'm going to kill the prostitute.
Okay. Hey, we're Cobra.
That's illegal.
Meanwhile, upstairs, Throttlehead sort of comes to his senses, gets his bearings, and he sees the man inside the room, the man he presumes to be Anamandaris, groping around on the floor of the master bedroom, which is covered in glass and debris, probably looking for the gun he dropped, which he doesn't realize is on the bed and not on the ground. And he's kind of moaning, "Ugh!"
Chigger Cheeks, let us follow that moan.
Moan tracking engaged.
Chigger Cheeks and Yacht Croc head upstairs. Austin, what is Throttlehead doing?
He is staggering his way over to the bed to pick up the pistol.
So the guy sees you coming, he kind of rolls back on his back, like presents his belly, almost like a dog. Please don't hurt me. And you notice he's wearing a mask that, it's not a full mask, it's like half off his face. It's Cobra Commander's, made to look like it.
Huh.
Other than that, he's in his underwear.
I really didn't expect to be aroused by this game.
Well, you're welcome.
Throttlehead staggers over, puts one flippered foot on the man's throat,
Oh, right. He still has his flippers on.
and jams his G36 into his mouth and says, vault.
He very slowly and carefully nods his head. I'm not even going to make you roll. I feel like, given the circumstance, he's willing to help you.
So now Throttlehead leans over and picks up the pistol and holds both guns on the man as he staggers to his feet.
He gets up, and Yacht, Croc, and Chigger Cheeks come into the master bedroom.
Hello.
Bonjour.
The man has his hands raised. Ah! Hi!
Always wondered what Cobra Commander looked like under that mask. Hello.
Oh, he rips it off those. Sorry.
We have come to raid the underground vault, which contains the weapons, and steals them from you. Any assistance you may give us in pursuit of our goal would be much appreciated and might not end in your death.
I don't understand. Why is Cobra attacking us? We took out loans from you.
Right? Interest.
Unfortunately, your loans have been sold to U.S. Bank.
They've actually been sold to Chase, and they sue.
And so they sent us to collect.
Wow.
We're Cobra Collections. That is what we do. Did you not get our numerous phone calls
About your past due account.
We work for a fella that looks like a bird.
You mean Raptor?
Yes.
That's him.
The man screams and tries to throw himself out the window.
Whoa there, jumping Jehoshaphat. And he grabs him by the back of the neck.
No.
Don't make me kapinga ya.
Last time I talked to him, he droned on for hours. And it wasn't even like normal. It was just like bird noises.
It's squawking.
And then after it was over, he said, do you have any more questions about your financial advice? Your earpieces, there's the brief burst of static, and then the image comes on. The Televiper, of course, that is Raptor's second in command.
Have you secured Adamandaris?
Oui.
We got him. He's mostly naked.
That is not relevant to me.
He's into some kinky shit.
Cat noises?
Well, let me just say this. I do not want to go into details, but it appears he wears his underwear with the tag in the front.
You hear sounds of someone vomiting.
Sorry, that's Raptor's birds. One of them got a bad barn mouse. The rest of the island is secure, the airstrip and the marina. We haven't sent the EEL teams in full bore yet, but secure the underground facility and the secret files the Cobra Commander wants, and then we'll complete the takeover.
Will do, Zimich. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome.
Okay. Bye.
So, if you recall from your mission briefing, beginning of the last session, you're supposed to get the files from the underground bunker that Cobra Commander wants.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do that.
Okay. Well, there may be a slightly more involved.
We're all finished.
What?
You guys, thanks to Barrel and Bond.
So this guy says, I could definitely get you into the bunker.
Are there any traps or other people down there that might shoot at us?
Oh, I don't know, probably.
Yeah.
So you guys, get the this guy's not acting like the head of an international crime syndicate.
Yeah.
He really
Yeah.
isn't.
They're all cowards on the inside.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, do I just start? He's got his hands raised. Can I put some pants on or?
No.
Okay.
Let's get moving.
Human shield.
Let us get moving. You do not want me to insult you. For instance, I will make fun of that haircut that you have that you obviously got at Supercuts.
I have a discount card.
Do you go to Tracy too?
So the four of you depart the mansion, head on a trail through the woods. It's not like a wilderness trail. There's a stone path and those little outdoor lights along the way.
The little solar lights.
Yeah.
That's good for the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Romantic.
Eventually you come to a clearing and there's a restaurant on a little hill. Now, or else there's no main roads. Mostly it's bicycles or walking trails. And so it's not like a parking lot, but it says the Golden Pheasant Inn above it.
What the fuck kind of compound is this?
It's a nice one. If they used to have a Fuddruckers.
Now, you do notice that for a quaint island restaurant, there are some fairly expensive, high-intensity security cameras set up all around on the perimeter. Okay, so I guess we'll just walk in, right?
Yes, you lead the way.
Now, the lights are all out. It does not look like the restaurant is open. Yeah, okay.
You seem very anxious. Is this not part of your property?
What do you mean?
Well, you are the head of a criminal organization, and this is a restaurant that is on the compound property. I would imagine you could go anywhere on this island and not have to be afraid.
I'm not in charge.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
My name is Greg.
Son of a bitch.
I am a caterer.
Well, how come you were in the master bedroom spanking a woman?
Well, because nobody else was there, and after the party, one thing led to another, and I paid her $200.
Well, son of a bitch. Where's your boss?
I don't know. He said he was going to go get something, but that was hours ago.
Shit.
I should. My bad.
No, it's misunderstanding. I get it.
So basically, we're standing outside the entrance to what I assume is the entrance to the bunker, which looks like a restaurant with a man in his underwear named Greg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we don't know that Greg even knows where the vault is. I think he's just nodding along so we won't kill him.
He's really motivated to get to that not killing part.
Well, I don't reckon you're of any use to us anymore, Greg. Time to cut you from crotch to sternum.
Know where the vault is?
Where?
It's under the restaurant. I've been there. We did a hot dog dinner once.
Okay, thank you kindly. And he cuts him from
You know how to get in?
the crotch and guts him.
I was an innocent man.
You're dying.
I had $1 million in a Swiss bank account. I'm dead. So the night is quiet on the island. You don't hear anything, no communications from the other teams or the image. And just before you is looming the Golden Pheasant Inn. Somewhere inside, there's some red light blinking. Maybe somebody forgot to close the door on the microwave.
That's probably what it is, I'm sure. Can we make like an alertness check to kind of see if we see anything sketchy?
Sure.
I've got a D4 in alertness.
Same.
Mine's a D2.
So one of you can roll, and if the other can help, to give an edge or an upshift.
I will help.
I'll take an edge.
All right.
So I'm rolling 2D20 in my trusty D4.
Here's a question. I at least have the skill of alertness. Could I also help and give him both an upshift and a edge?
Yeah, sure. It's a friendly game.
Thank you. So that's a D6 now. That is a 21.
I mean, all the cameras are pointed in your direction.
Okay.
So there's that.
Think we're being watched, fellas.
Throttlehead, take out the cameras.
Throttlehead immediately just fires an entire clip in a wide arc and shoots out all the cameras.
Oh, you just do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to roll dice or nothing?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, that's targeting. I have a D4.
Yeah.
I'm taking aim, so I'm upshifting to D6. It's a 12.
So, I mean, they're immobile targets. They're not evading. You take your time to start taking pot shots, blowing apart the cameras. Nothing happens. Well, I mean, other than the cameras are being destroyed, but no Leviathan emerges from the deep to challenge you in this.
So you said there's no lights on there, right?
There's no lights on in the interior.
Okay.
It's obviously supposed to be closed.
But it's lit outside.
There were lights, the street lights that the cameras were on.
Okay.
There were.
Well, I'm going to disappear into the shadows.
Chigger Cheeks disappears into the shadows.
Yeah, basically, I want to see if I can sneak around and maybe peek in a window, see if I see anything. I do have Friend of Darkness where I can do a alertness test to see if I can see in the dark.
Okay.
Okay, well, how about this? Chigger Cheeks goes one way, and I will go the opposite way so that we will circle the building.
All right. Throttlehead sees both of his companions making their way stealthily around the restaurant, and thinking quickly, Throttlehead decides to create a distraction by making the most obvious attempt to enter the restaurant possible.
All right, so Throttlehead is walking up. Corey, do you need to make an alertness to see into the darkness?
Okay. Got a D4 in alertness. Does his distraction help me with anything here?
No.
Okay.
This is just to see if you can see.
Yeah, that'll help later.
Well, thanks for nothing. I remember when you were cool, Kyle. That is 2 1s.
Okay, cool.
Full-on fumble.
Should I make the same check since I'm doing the same thing, just on the opposite side?
No, you don't have the ability to see in the darkness. You're not a ninja.
Oh, right.
But you are sneaking through the darkness, and it's very difficult because it is very dark. You trip over a hedgerow. Yacht Croc gets to the back door beside the dumpster. Chigger Cheeks was looking in through a window on the right side of the way that Throttlehead is going in, and he just sees like a number of small vacuum robots, like
Roombas.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yep.
Just me, just vacuuming the floor.
Huh.
Throttlehead reaches to the door. He's going to dramatically pull it open, and it is locked, actually.
Oh, I wasn't even going to try to open it. I was just going to kick the door open.
All right, I'll just say yes. Throttlehead kicks the door open. It splinters. Bits of debris fall on the ground, and then one of the robots... There's no sound from within, but one of the robots does stop, and it's right below where Chigger Cheeks is looking in, and there's a little blinking red light. You presume they all have these little red lights on them, which is what was causing the glow before. And then a blue light blinks, and that's when Chigger Cheeks, being able to finally pierce this darkness, sees the tiny little camera on the Roomba's head and looks at him, and a voice says, "Simtex!" And then it explodes.
Oh,
Corey, what is Chigger Cheeks' toughness?
14.
Now, normally you could use your evasion, but you fumbled in the best possible way.
Okay.
So that's a 26.
Shit me.
So that's going to be 2 2 explosive damage.
Okay.
The Roomba explodes in this ball of fire shrapnel. The windows blow out. Chigger Cheeks is thrown back onto the lawn. And another one that's cleaning up the door looks up at Throttlehead, and that's where you guys roll initiative.
Okay.
So Corey, you take 2 damage. How much health do you have? You have 4, right?
4, so I'm down
Yeah.
to 2. And I have a D2 in initiative.
I do too.
The bomb Roomba's got a 15.
I got an 11.
Chigger Cheeks also got a 15.
I have to roll with a snag. I roll 2d20s and take the lowest, and I got a 12.
Corey, you tied on initiative with the bomb Roombas, but I'm going to say that you probably have a much faster response time than a Roomba.
I'm a ninja.
Yeah, so you go first.
Okay. So how far away am I from the Roombas?
You were
What
probably
the fuck is this?
the best.
Okay.
You're about 15 feet away from the hole in the wall that the bomb Roomba exploded. Fortunately, you're much farther away from the other bomb Roombas because the one closest to you isn't there anymore. But there
Okay.
is a crater.
Well, I guess I can't poison these fellas. So, am I close enough to attack one of them?
Yeah, you're close enough to stab one of the slowly moving vials of Simtex.
God damn it. So, I guess I'm going to shoot at one with my bow.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Now, I mean, they are a Roomba. They're not armored, right?
Okay.
You know, it's not like
Thank
these
you
are.
for that concession.
Yeah, they're literally Roombas filled with plastic explosive. I mean,
Okay. I'm going to try to aim for one that is close to another one of his friends to see if he can blow up and then blow up one of his friends.
okay.
If that's
I was starting to say, I would imagine with all these things running around, you could at least get a chain reaction every 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that you can try to do that. It's going to be a finesse roll because it's more about timing,
Okay.
right? They're not hard to hit. They don't move very fast.
Right. They
Right.
move at the speed of Roomba.
Yes.
Okay, I have a D6 in finesse.
Okay, so this is going to be a routine difficulty 10 check.
That's a 14.
How much damage do you do?
Take a wild fucking guess. The bow does 1 charm.
Yeah.
Can I quip first?
You may.
You suck.
The arrow smashes into a Roomba, and it stops, stutters, and you hear, "Oh!" And then it explodes and takes out another one with it, which also explodes. Shrapnel flies through the restaurant, really ruining the tables and the general ambiance of the place. Lamps cracking. They're going to have to do some lengthy repairs.
Okay.
So there's 2 other Roombas still, and one of them is coming straight for Yacht Croc. So Todd, you can use your evasion because you're not surprised.
My evasion is 16.
This happens all the time in France.
Yeah, absolutely.
I rolled a 16. So the Roomba zooms in close to the back door, and that's just as Yacht Croc has pushed it open. And the little camera looks at him, Simtex! And it explodes. So take 2 explosive damage. Do you have 1 health?
Yes.
Yacht Croc is blown across the lawn and unconscious. Now, this is G.I. Joe, so you're not dead, but you are unhappy with the present situation. Another one is looking at Throttlehead, and it's going to try to explode. Austin, do you want to get hit with your evasion or your toughness? Do you want to try to dodge or just eat it?
My toughness. Throttlehead clicks his shield into place and takes it in the chest.
I assume your toughness is not higher than a 23.
No, it is not.
These Roombas are tough customers.
It explodes. Zimtex!
God damn, we're the worst Cobras.
We are. I'm about to go down.
You take 2 damage.
We're getting defeated by vacuums.
Well,
So how much health do you have, Austin?
I have a total of 2 HP. I had already taken 1 hit.
Now your stun went away. Your stun damage went away. Oh, you did get shot by a sniper, though.
Yes, I did get shot by a sniper last round.
So the bomb Roomba explodes, and Throttlehead is slammed into a light pole. Are you down as well?
Yep.
2 Cobras are defeated. Chigger Cheeks stands alone. But all the Roombas appear to have blown up.
I'm used to being alone. Lost all my friends when the Chiggas got my face.
What does Chigger Cheeks do? There's, aside from the parts of the restaurant that are on fire, there's no sounds or indication of other threats from the interior of the restaurant. Which obviously only you could only really see the main dining floor. You can't see back
main.
into. Indeed, you can't see back into the kitchen or the storerooms or anything
So all the Roombas are blown up, right?
that you know of. Yes,
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, I did requisition a first aid kit.
good.
Yep, wrote it down right here with pencils. So I'm going to revive Yacht Croc because I believe Todd has an ability that can bring somebody else back from the dead.
He does.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Good thinking.
I rub a warm, soothing balm on his burns, Frenchly.
So, so basically, you can. I believe the way the kits work is it essentially gives you the ability to essentially let you mimic a skill that you don't have, which I'm assuming you don't have medicine or anything.
I believe science is the skill
Right.
that we use for healing.
Yeah, I have a D2 in science, but
All right, roll your science.
do I have a target number here?
It is difficulty 10
Okay.
for Yacht Croc because you only need. He only has 1 health.
Because he's French.
Yeah.
That's 17.
What sort of medicine do you do to bring Yacht Croc back from the brink?
Well, I've got the healing balm, and I took a Reiki class back in Maine. My healing hands. So he rubs it gently into the burns and kind of pats him on the face.
The pain from you rubbing your hands on his burns awakens him.
Zootalore!
Yacht Croc is back with 1 health.
Which is max health for him. So he's
Maximum
feeling
health.
fit as a fucking
It
fiddle.
feels great.
Yacht Croc, if you don't mind, use your magical ability to bring a man back from the dead.
Yes, I will do that. So I have the officer perk, and it's called, one of the perks is called Impossible Expectations.
Right.
I can spend a story point and give one of my bros 1 health anytime I want to.
But if they're down.
If they're down.
Yeah.
And Throttlehead is down, so I'm going to spend a story point and restore him to 1 health. And he basically does this by, he knows a little bit of the psychology behind Throttlehead. Being an officer, he would want to know as much about his men
Sure.
as possible. So he speaks to him in the voice of the zebra.
Yeah, Throttlehead hears, "Hey, Mr. Throttlehead, it's old Mr. Fletcher here. I'm masquerading as Yacht Croc. I'm in his brain. I'm going to heal you."
There's a close in on Throttlehead's face as the zebra leans in and blows a kazoo in his ear. And with a scream, he jolts back to life.
So the 3 of you are conscious. Corey, if you wanted, I believe Throttlehead could benefit from another healing check.
Another rub down?
Yeah,
No
'cause-
problem.
So I know that you're limited in the number of medicine checks you could use in any given scene, but what Todd did doesn't count as that.
Okay.
Tantric, thank you.
So do I need to make another check?
You would.
Okay, science again.
Yep.
That's an 11.
All right, everybody's back to max health except for Corey. So the 3 of you are, well, as good as you're going to be. Still no movement from inside the restaurant. All the bomb Roombas have been detonated, and you haven't heard from the Image or Raptor, though relatively it has been not that long a time in the narrative time frame. It's been like 20 minutes since the restaurant exploded.
Okay. Can Chigger Cheeks do an alertness test to see if there's any like self-cleaning litter boxes that might have a death laser on them?
There's a self-cleaning, cat box. It has a coaxial machine gun.
Goddamn.
And there's a cat on the gun.
Manning the turret.
No, it's just on there sleeping.
It is also French, actually.
Just yeah.
No, there appear to be no other obvious home cleaning threats.
Okay, can we do some kind of search to see if
Sure.
we can find like a trap door or something to get to the vault?
Yeah, you guys spread out, searching every inch of the restaurant, and just find an elevator marked staff only.
That seems fishy. Let's go in there.
It is sealed. There is a retinal scanner beside it.
Throttlehead, go outside and pluck out one of Greg's eyes.
Throttlehead tromps back outside. There's a still shot on Yacht, Croc, and Chigger Cheeks, who are just kind of waiting, and there's a vicious ripping sound in the background.
I'm still sort of alive. Oh my god!
That's cruel.
And then Throttlehead tromps back inside with Greg's head. And he just kind of slams the head up against the retinal scanner and kind of holds it there.
So after a moment, there's a beep, and the retinal scanner activates and scans. Hello, Greg. Welcome back.
Welcome, horny Greg.
You are cleared for access to level 1. And the elevators slowly open. So you get on the elevator, and there's only a button to floor 1. There's underground level 1. There's no other buttons.
There's the music playing is a Muzak version of What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers. And Yacht Croc is just like, oh, that is so pleasant.
So the elevator closes, goes down 1 level, opens, and you see a dimly lit corridor ahead of you, path stretching off to the right and left. The lights are out, but there's still like that emergency lighting that would be in an office where they've gone home for the day. Though you do see light coming out of a room just down the hall, and you can hear the sound of activity, drawers being opened, papers being shuffled, just the sounds of someone doing something. And clearly not trying to do so quietly.
Does it sound like it might be an exploding janitor?
It does.
Okay.
No.
Perhaps that is the room where they keep the dishwasher that stabs you.
So can we try to sneak up on this situation?
Sure. Who has stealthy skills?
My impulse armor has a silent upgrade.
Well, that's nice.
Well, Chigger Cheeks happens to be a ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you have infiltration, you can roll it. Todd, just don't talk, and your armor will take care of it.
Chigger Cheeks has a D6 in infiltration.
All right.
Is there a difficulty number?
It's going to be somebody rolling their alertness against your infiltration.
Okay. Got a 19 and a crit on the D6.
Well, they rolled a 1.
Got him.
So what does it look like when you stealth down the hall to this open door?
So, being a cobra, Chigger Cheeks slithers down the hall.
Yeah, as you're trained to do. Yeah, you peek your head around the door frame, and inside this is a filing room. There's all sorts of those big, tall metal filing cabinets, which were a staple of school offices in the 80s and 90s. And a lot of those drawers are open. There's files. There's a guy, a middle-aged man in a business suit, stuffing files in a briefcase. His suit is obviously tailored, and he has the look of someone that is in a hurry but not used to being in a hurry.
Like someone who moves like a mob boss.
Yep.
Somebody that doesn't move like a horny Greg.
No.
Okay.
No.
Few do. Chigger Cheeks has sneak attack as a perk.
Sure.
When using a silent weapon, you have an edge and +1 damage. I can sneak attack somebody.
Okay.
I'm going to do that to this guy.
Wow. Wow. And what did he do to you, Corey?
He didn't do anything, but the chickas did. And that makes me mad at the world.
All right. Roll your finesse.
So, rolling with an edge and got a D6 in infiltration. That's a 12 and a crit.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Chigger Cheek slithers into the room, and being so low to the ground, the mob boss guy doesn't see him. And he swings his Nodachi sword.
The giant sword?
It's a big-ass samurai sword. And lops off this guy's legs at the knees.
Oh.
Well, understandably, he screams. He falls to the ground, blood spurting out of the severed limbs, thrashing around. Ah! There's blood spraying all over the room. All Yacht, Croc, and Throttlehead see is Chigger Cheeks slither in, and then just a Kurosawa blood spray out into the hall. Just ridiculous. Anamandaris is dead. This is definitely Anamandaris, and he's definitely dead. But all his files are scattered about the room. Some of them legible, even those that aren't hosed down with blood spray.
I guess we go into the room and pick up all of the files that he was putting in the briefcase and return them to the briefcase.
Yep.
So you guys are collecting them, and they all seem to have to do with politicians and military officers, public figures, criminal syndicates for the Republic of Malfi, a country in Europe that extends into the Mediterranean. Somewhere off the Yugoslavian coast, which obviously is not Yugoslavia anymore. I understand that. Off the Balkan coast, which Cobra has been targeting for quite some time.
I am very familiar with this Malfi. I have been there many, many times. The inhabitants smell of ouzo and tobacco.
And you're collecting all these, piling them in the briefcase, and you hear a voice, "Oh, yes, I'm so happy you've gotten these." And Raptor is standing in the doorway.
Howdy do, Raptor.
Raptor, your boss, wearing his full Falcon costume with the Falcon headdress and the cape, no shirt, brown pants, and boots. And he's painted little bird claws on his boots. Just painted them. They're not like a prop or anything.
Oh, that's cute.
And behind him is the Televiper's image. This is what we came here for. That and Rattlesnake Island, which is my new base of operations.
Well, we are certainly happy that we could be of assistance, Mr. Raptor.
He skips into the room.
This is Raptor, voiced by Ed Wynn.
Just blood splattering on his with each footstep. He claps. Out of nowhere, two hawks screech into the room, fly around, and land on his shoulders. Oh, no, not there, Barbie! And he points at his wrist, mounts, and the birds.
Barbie and Ken, is that their name?
Barbie and Ken. The image comes in, and using his equipment, starts scanning the files. This is what we're looking for. And on his Televiper visor, the word "yes" with an exclamation point scrolls across. You are to be commended, Cobra Elite.
Elite? I like the sound of that, y'all.
Yes. And how would you like to undertake another mission for Cobra that's definitely authorized?
Well, I mean, considering this is our job and I do not have to be back on the yacht for another 30 days, I say yes.
Well, look, it's my job to balance Cobra's books, and I'd keep it between the 7 of us. But Cobra Commander's not the best at keeping it in the black. We're heading for the red, like a bull in some sort of Spanish place where they make them run, right? You know what I mean.
You're talking about the running of the bulls of Pamplona.
No.
Okay.
Well, Malfi, I think, is our target. I want you guys to head over there, destabilize the government, rob their national treasury, and get this little pigeon statue from their national museum. It's made out of diamond. I really want it.
Sounds like a good time.
We're happy to help, Raptor.
Armor upgrades.
It's the Homer Witham statue. It was made by a great sculptor named Homer Witham. Patreon member Homer Witham.
Thank you.
So can you guys do it? Do it.
We won't let you down, Raptor. By the way, I loved you on Buck Rogers.
Thank you. And he kind of stands next to Zamaje, where you think he's gonna
Zamaje, huh? There's a duck now in the room.
Damn it. He sidles up next to Z Image and leans over like he's gonna ask him a question, perhaps like, "What is Buck Rogers?" But instead, he just leans next to the raptor, the falcon, the hawk on his arm, and says, "What is Buck Rogers?" The bird does not respond.
Oh, I see.
Z Image just shakes his head. And he sends Barbie and Ken away. But that is your mission. Now that Rattlesnake Island is secure, you're to infiltrate the Republic of Malfi, destabilize its government, steal its national treasury, and make off with the Homer Witham statue of the pigeon.
Sounds like a fun weekend.
Which is quite an upgrade from this mission where 2 of the 3 of us died.
Raptor's not terribly concerned with your survival. If you succeed, it's all the better.
Well, if there's no Roombas, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
I gotta up my conditioning.
Oh, yeah. So you will get to advance your level before we start the next leg of the campaign.
Okay. Hell yeah. Do we want to do that on the podcast or off?
Well, we'll tell them about your choices in life.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, so you're going to advance to level 2, and then you guys will invade, or well, not invade, clandestinely attack
Yeah, we
the
just
Republic of
roll
Malfi.
up in a lander and like, charge!
Come running down a ramp.
We just get murdered all to shit.
Turns out their army does have guns.
Yeah.
Oh no, a Mainer, a Frenchman, and an idiot.
Well, I mean, that's typically what invades Mediterranean places. if history is any guide.
Well, we got a little time. Why don't we do our advancements now
Okay.
for fun?
Yeah, we'll level up and we'll be right back. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, we're back.
Hi.
Todd, what did Yacht Croc get when he advanced to second level as an officer in Cobra?
His social skill went up by 1, so my cleverness is now at a 15, and I moved my deception from a D4 to a D6.
Oh.
And I also got an officer perk called Got to Get Tough. Check this shit out.
Will do.
When I think of Yacht Croc, I think of getting tough.
Yes. When I roll initiative, each ally who can see or hear me gains a temporary health. This temporary health lasts for the entire scene until they take damage or until I'm defeated, and this health can exceed their normal maximum health.
That's pretty goddamn good
Yeah,
in this
that's
game.
great.
Yeah, especially in this game where one health is a lot.
Yeah.
Well, as a French guy, I am very good at inspiring the people who work with me.
Yes.
You're the Napoleon of Cobra.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. The famously inspiring French. Yes.
I feel like there's been plenty of inspiring French people.
There's been a few.
Uh,
Joan of Arc.
Yeah?
No, never mind.
I was thinking more Jean right now.
Yes.
Austin, what do you get?
Throttlehead got quite a few things. So first of all, he got a fighting style, which I really like. There was everything from being able to undergo close quarters combat with a gun without having to get a penalty for being too close and getting an upshift on long range attacks. I chose the fighting style trigger happy.
Okay, yeah, that fits.
Yeah, so when I make my targeting skill roll against, a target's either toughness or evasion, I also make a roll against their willpower.
Uh-huh.
If I beat their willpower, everyone in the vicinity that I'm firing at gains the frightened condition that lasts for a round.
So you can lay down covering fire, basically.
Yeah, essentially.
Question. Does it work against Roombas?
That's important.
They're soulless automatons. They feel no fear, not of any mortal man.
The second one that I got is kind of boring, but it's called the Heavy, and it basically gives me an upshift on brawn for armor and weapons. Stuff that I think we essentially wouldn't have rolled for anyway in the auspices of the podcast and how we play, but it is there. And if I do wind up finding, I don't know, a goddamn minigun I just want to carry around,
Stranger things have fucking happened.
Yeah.
I remember Barge Hog taking the cannon off a Jeep.
Yeah.
Correct.
The last one's my favorite. I got the perk Inspiring Words.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So twice per combat, you can bolster the team with your heroic presence.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't actually have to say any words, although given the title, I'm sure I'll need to every time.
Should we change it to inarticulate enunciation?
So basically, I can inspire those around me in the midst of combat. So
To do what?
to say less, Kyle.
Yeah.
But I can use a move action to give an ally 1 temporary HP,
Oh my gosh.
Damn, awesome.
or remove one of their conditions, or give an ally a 2 upshift on a skill check.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
cool.
shit.
Well, the temporary HP, that's definitely always nice.
Yeah.
And
I
you can
believe mine does not last as long as Todd's does. Basically, that would last the length of combat.
I think mine's the same.
Yeah, yeah.
It just lasts for that scene.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, yeah, that's really good. Corey, what did Chigger Cheeks get?
Well, his speed went up by 1.
Sure.
So his evasion's now 20.
Jesus.
That's
Pretty damn good.
ridiculous.
And I raised his targeting to a D4 for bow things.
Bowyuri, I think, is how they say it.
Yep.
Yes.
He got a couple cool perks. One, he is now immune to appliances.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the anti-Keurig is what it's called. Yeah.
No, he got Think Fast, which I can use Deception or Infiltration instead of Initiative, which is pretty cool.
That's very useful.
Yep. And Mobility, once per turn, he can sprint or hide as a free action.
I was re-listening to our G.I. Joe episodes.
Yeah.
And I remember you used mobility a lot with lizard lips.
He disappeared into the shadows quite
yeah.
a bit, even when there were no shadows
Well,
to
because
be
you
had.
had like 27 free actions.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, and you reminded me, Corey, my final advancement was getting an essence increase in my strength, which I immediately applied to conditioning so that I could get another HP. So I'm at 3
good.
now.
Wow. So 1 level up, and you guys are looking a lot better in the health department.
Yeah, I
with all the
didn't get
bonuses.
any. I didn't get any advancements in my poisoner class yet, but level 3 I will.
Yeah, all of you should get a increase in your, well, I guess your secondary rank or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
at
focus.
level 3. Yeah, your focus. Right.
Spoiler: I'll be able to spit poison. I produce it in a special gland in my chigger mouth.
You could spit it now, but you would just also be poisoned.
Well,
You just-
sure, yeah.
Actually, Yacht Croc could also spit poison because, as a member of C Division, for some reason he's resistant to poison.
Well,
Really?
it's because you just wash it off with the
It
sea.
says C Division is resistant to poison.
We're on boats.
Yeah.
We don't need poison. It don't hurt us when you're on a boat.
He's also resistant to disease.
Wait,
Except
of
for
all-
scurvy.
I was gonna say, I feel like there's a lot of significant diseases you get just on boats.
Yeah. More so than on land, for sure.
Yeah,
right?
Well, I mean, isn't a cruise ship basically just a giant cesspool?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
he's
he said
he's
so.
built up an immunity.
It's just his immune system is just ironclad.
Yes.
Cobra. It's all fun and games until someone takes a fish hook to the face. That is where we'll stop tonight. We'll be back next week when you guys make your plans for attacking the Republic of Malfi.
Watch out, Malfi.
Yeah.
Cobra's coming.
You're in Raptor's hands.
God.
He tried to surgically have claws grafted to him, but Mindbender refused.
Before we go, I would like to mention our friends at NorseFoundry.com. They make lots of dice and lots of different materials, and they're all beautiful, and they feel good in your hands, and they will fuck up a Roomba.
I bet they would.
Oh,
yeah.
man. Yeah.
But when you go to NorseFoundry.com and place your order, enter promo code CHAM, that's CHAM, and receive a 10% discount.
Yeah.
God damn. Yeah, Norse Foundry, if you guys are running Google ads, I would consider that for a tagline.
They will fuck up
your
a Roomba.
And I want to thank our sponsor, Dartmouth University.
When did that happen?
No, it just happened. I got them on board. I called and lied about who we were and what we did.
Oh, okay. See, protesting works.
They asked, "Are you pro-Israel?" And I said, "Sure."
Yeah.
And that seemed to be the answer they
Money,
wanted.
please?
Yeah. So we got a check coming.
Nice.
No,
Totally not blood money.
no, Dartmouth,
The Dartmouth blood
Notorious.
money. Yeah.
quagmire of universities.
Oh, yeah, we hate Al Jazeera.
That got even more money. I don't even know what it is.
I would also like to mention that guests of the Bastard Quest podcast stay at the Hotel Inn. Yes, we actually have a Hotel Inn in Paducah. It's by the mall.
Yeah.
And thanks to our sponsor, Barrel and Bond, 100 Broadway Street in beautiful downtown Paducah, right there on the banks of the Ohio River.
That's where I've been staying.
He's got
Wait.
a little hammock in the bathroom. No, that place is wonderful. So much bourbon, it'll make your head spin.
You know, I saw this, and it's an interesting statistic. If you drank all the bourbon in Barrel and Bond, you would die.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Or be resistant to poison.
Unless you're from the Cobra C division. Is that like a grog joke slipped into the game? You're just hammered constantly, immune to poison and disease.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Cobra C division. I gotta lay down.
And also thank you to all of our listeners and our patrons.
Yeah, I had a few patrons today. Fletcher.
Yeah, Fletcher, Anamandaris,
Z-Mage.
Z-Mage as the image, and Homer with them, the diamond pigeon.
Homer should, I mean, that's a cool fucking nickname. I mean, he should
Yeah.
really, like, have t-shirts made or something.
Should, Homer.
Yeah.
I'm the
Homer
diamond-
with them, diamond pigeon. But we appreciate all our Patreon members and all our listeners and everybody that's left us reviews on social media or reached out on social media and said, hey, you guys are cool. And usually we're like, I don't know who you are. And because we don't take praise well.
We flat out reject it.
Thank you for listening. I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.